Hi students, now we'll be going through chapter 9.1, some questions that we didn't manage to go through in class. Okay, so let's look at question 3. So for question 3, right, let's highlight the keywords. So they say that Jane placed a toy duck on a piece of paper and another one, the similar one, on the surface of a mirror. So she found that an image of the toy duck was formed on the mirror but not on a piece of paper. So what was she trying to find out? Is she trying to find out is the mirror more flexible than the paper? Is it true? Okay, so the keyword here is regarding the results. So the results in this case is an image was shown on the mirror, but no image was seen on the paper. So in this case, this one is about reflection. So it's either C or D. So let's take a look further. Is reflection affected by the size of an object? But in this case, right, both toy duck are the same. They are exactly the same. So in this case, the answer will be C. It's affected by the type of surface. So one is a smooth surface, the other one is a rough surface. So that's why on the smooth surface you see a reflection, but you don't see a reflection on the rough surface. Okay, let's move on. Okay, so for question 5, we have gone through in class. So that's like question 6 and 7. So for question 6, right, when they ask us to write down the appearance of each letter reflected off a plane mirror, that means the image form must be laterally inverted and virtual and upright. So in this case, right, since the word Singapore is spelled from left to right, so when it's laterally inverted means right now your words will become from right to left and everything you see will be the opposite. So an example will be the small diagram I draw over here. So the actual word of Singapore, S-I-N, look like this. So when we want to form the image, right, the N will be like written oppositely and I will still be I, but S, right, will be written in the opposite manner. So this is how we write the image form in this box provided. So notice that all the S, N, G, A not really, but P, R and E, right, the image form will be the opposite in the left to right manner. Okay, so for question 7, when they ask you to draw a diagram that illustrates how light rays travel on a smooth surface, so this is what you draw. So this is the incident ray. So for the incident ray, you draw it down and it hits the smooth surface, which is the mirror in this case. So for this surface, right, you need to draw a perpendicular line down, as we know that the incident ray will reflect at an angle that is the same as the angle of reflection. So that's why the angle I is equals to the angle R. So what is the relationship is basically that the angle of incident is equal to the angle of reflection. Okay, so moving on. So when we say it's called a concave mirror, it will be larger than the object. When it's a convex mirror, it is smaller than the object. So for concave mirror, normally we'll use it for magnifying glass so that we can see things bigger. So for convex mirror, right, normally we are using it for like to see a wider angle. For example, your blind spot mirror. So all of these images, right, are laterally inverted. Okay, so a quick feedback on what I see when I was marking a paper. So the number of boxes away from the mirror, right, must be exactly the same as the object. So if you see two boxes here, for the image that you draw, right, must be also two boxes away also. So here two box, the image should be two box as well. So I noticed that when you all are drawing the image, right, some of you miss by one box, which is wrong also. So that's why you need to count the number of boxes properly before you draw. And please use a ruler to draw as well. Don't shortcut. Okay, so let me go through question 3, and this will be the end of the lesson. So for question 3, right, they say that in some country, pedestrians attach reflective strips to their clothes or bag when they walk outside during the night. So why do you think the pedestrians use this reflective strip? So basically, right, the light from the approaching vehicle will be shining on these reflective strips. So after that, it will reflect off these reflective strips. Thus, the driver of the vehicle will be able to see the pedestrian immediately, and this lower the risk of traffic accidents. So when I was marking your work, right, some of your classmates wrote good answers. So basically, there are two key points over here. First thing, you need to write about the reflective property. And second thing, why must we have this reflective property? The reason being, right, the driver can see the pedestrian and it reduces the risk of accidents happening. So, can see. And finally, reduce risk of accident. So basically it's like safety purpose. So these are the general key points for these answers over here. You must talk about the reflective property, whereby it reflects off this reflective surface and the driver can see the pedestrian immediately, and hence they stop accidents from happening so frequently. Okay, so that's it. Thank you.